Lord, please, just this once. I need this job. It's everything I've worked for.
It had been weeks since the interview, and today the final decision would be made. Daniel had been struggling, bills piling up, opportunities slipping away. When his phone finally rang, his heart leapt. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath before answering.
We appreciate your time, but we've decided to go with another candidate.
I understand. Thank you for the opportunity.
He hung up, his stomach sinking. This was it. The prayer he had poured his heart into had gone unanswered.
Why, God? Why would you close this door?
Frustrated and exhausted, he slumped into his chair. He had done everything right, studied, prepared, prayed, but still, silence from heaven. Days turned into weeks. Daniel applied for other jobs, but rejection after rejection met him at every turn. He started to doubt, not just himself, but God's plan. One evening, while sorting through unpaid bills, his mother called.
Daniel, you sound tired.
I am, Mom. I don't understand. I prayed for that job. I was qualified. I worked so hard. Why would God close that door?
Maybe he didn't close it to punish you. Maybe he closed it to protect you.
Protect me from what? Struggles? Because I'm drowning in them.
You can't see it now, but sometimes when God says no, it's because he has something better waiting. Just trust him.
Daniel wanted to believe her, but trust felt impossible when his faith was hanging by a thread. Months passed. The struggle continued. Daniel took a temporary job to get by, barely making ends meet. Then one morning he got a call from a company he didn't even remember applying to. It was for a position at a larger company, with better pay, better benefits, and more growth opportunities than the one he had begged God for. His heart raced as he walked into the interview room. It felt different, like he belonged there.
Daniel, I've seen your work and I think you'd be a great fit. We'd like to offer you the job. Can you start next week?
He barely remembered how he answered.
So this was your plan all along?
A deep peace settled over him. If he had gotten the job he had prayed for months ago, he would have never been available for this one. God's no had been a not yet. His silence had been an answer. A year later, Daniel sat at his new desk, watching the sun set through the window of his office. The company where he had once begged to work, they had gone bankrupt just 6 months after he was rejected. If he had been hired, he would have lost everything. He let out a small laugh, shaking his head. God had closed a door only to open the right one. At that moment, he understood something powerful. Unanswered prayers are not rejections, they are redirections. God wasn't ignoring him, he was guiding him. And sometimes the best blessings come wrapped in disappointment. What Daniel once saw as God's silence was actually God's protection. Because God's plan is always greater than our own.